Hello guys, so I hope you are now comfortable with Google Colab and I hope you have explored the entire IDE. Now in this video, I'm going to talk about one more very amazing IDE where it is not at all dependable on your system, let it be your laptop or your desktop. And I have personally used it. It is quite amazing. That is nothing but GitHub Codespace. So in this video, I will be talking about GitHub Codespace and how you can get started with GitHub Codespace. Okay. So first of all, once you search for GitHub Codespace, so here you will be getting your first link, which is called as Codespaces. Okay. Now inside this, first of all, you need to log in. You can log in with your GitHub account. Okay. I already have my GitHub account. I hope everybody has their own GitHub account. So first of all, just go ahead and create your GitHub account. So you go to github.com and just go ahead and log in. I have already logged in over here. You can either do a GitHub login or you can also do Google login. Okay. Now, what exactly is this GitHub Codespace? It is nothing but it is a secure development mode made simple. GitHub Codespace gets you up and coding faster with fully configured secured cloud development environment native to GitHub. Okay. So this is quite amazing because the entire VS Code feeling you'll be able to get in the cloud. And the best thing is that this is running in the GitHub cloud itself. Okay. So let it be Node.js, Python, or any other programming languages that you really want to work with, you can directly work over here. Okay. And the best thing will be also that you will be also able to collaborate if you have a paid version of this particular code space. Again, I'm not promoting anything because I'm going to show you the free version of this particular code space. So first of all, just go ahead and click on get started for free. So here you can see once you click on this, here you'll be getting a various templates. Okay. To start with. So here you have Blank by GitHub, you have React by GitHub, you have Jupyter Notebook by GitHub, or you have .NET by GitHub. Okay. So let's say you want to go ahead and use Blank GitHub. So I'll just go ahead and first of all show you with Blank GitHub. Then we'll also show with Jupyter Notebook because both this you can specifically use in order to execute the code, Python or anything that is related to data structures and algorithms with Python that is given in this course. So here, first of all, click on use this template. So once you click on use this template, you'll be able to see that you'll be getting a feeling of entire VS Code that is set up. Okay. So this is how a VS Code looks like. Okay. This is in my local. So I just want to show you in the cloud also. So this is how your entire GitHub VS Code will get selected. Okay. Then you can go ahead and select a theme. Let's say that I'm going to select this specific theme. This looks quite bright. So this will be more than sufficient. Okay. So here you can see in the left hand side, you can probably create any number of files that you really want to work with. In the right hand side, you can see you have this, and in here also you have something called as terminal. Okay. Now what you really need to do is that first of all, initially to start with, you can also go ahead and zoom in. Okay. So just press Ctrl+ and you will be able to see the screen very much clearly. Okay. Perfect. So till here, I hope everybody is clear, right? And this is nothing but this is your VS Code IDE itself in the cloud, which is GitHub Codespace. Here, the best thing is that you don't even have to create an environment or don't have to do anything as such. Okay. Let's say by default, I think this provides you Python 3.12. Okay. If you really want to go ahead and start with, let's say I go ahead and create my app.py. Okay. And let's say I also want to go ahead and create my Jupyter Notebook file. So I'll go ahead and write test.ipynb. Okay. So for Jupyter Notebook, we basically write ipynb, and for a .py file, we specifically use for this. Okay. Python. We'll be talking more about it as we go ahead, but I just want to show you these two kinds of files you can basically create over here. And you can also create a YAML file or any kind of files that you really want to work with. Okay. Now, after I have created these two files, what I will do, I will also go ahead and select or I'll just go ahead and open my terminal. Okay. Now, once I go into my terminal, let's say that I want to use one of the library. Okay. I will go ahead and write pip install. If I want to install any library, I can go ahead and write like this. So let's say that I want to install pandas. Okay. So once I write pip install pandas, here you can see that, hey, my requirement is already satisfied. This looks absolutely perfect. Okay. Now let me do one thing. Let me just go ahead and run my code, print 1 + 1. Okay. So once I write print 1 + 1, and if I want to execute this particular file, okay, first of all, I'll clear my terminal. Okay. There are two ways of running this specific file. Okay. So first of all, I will just go ahead and write Python app.py. Okay. So once I write Python app.py, since I'm printing 1+1, so this is basically getting printed. Okay. And this is so simple, right? You just need to probably go ahead and write app.py, print 1+1, automatically these things will get printed. Okay. This looks absolutely easy. Let's say I want to go ahead and print one more code. I can go ahead and write print 2 + 3, right? And let's say if I'm going to also save this, if I go ahead and write Python app.py, again, I'm getting 2,5. Right? So this becomes very simple to probably run any code in the py file. In order to execute it, I just need to call Python and call that particular file name, that is app.py. Automatically this should run. Okay. Now this was with respect to any execution. You will be seeing that most of our executions that we are going to probably do, right, in the VS Code specifically, we will be using either this .py file or we will be using ipynb. And the best thing about this will be that this is entirely running in the cloud, not in your local laptop. So even though you don't have a very fast system or laptop or a desktop, you can directly go ahead and execute your code in the cloud itself. Now let's go towards this test.ipynb. Now what I'm actually going to do over here is that I will just go ahead and execute 1+1. And here you can see that it is saying install or enable suggested extension. I will go ahead and install that. Okay. So here you can see installing Jupyter extension and install Python extension. It is basically taking place. So this will probably take some time. Once this is getting installed, we can go ahead and execute this. Now installing Python extension is also happening. You can see in the corner, if I hide my face, okay, now it is done. I will go ahead and click on Python environment and I will select the environment. You can also go ahead and create a new environment if you want. Okay. But I'm just going to select the environment that is given by this. Okay. So here you can see connecting to kernel Python. So once I execute this, it should get executed. Then again, you can go ahead and write print 2 + 3, execute it and all. It is up to you, right? So any code, you can either write it in ipynb or you can also write it in app.py. Okay, now let's say that after probably creating this particular file, you also want to download this file. Okay, so for downloading it, you just need to do right click and click on download. So automatically this file will get downloaded over here. It can be app.py, it can be test.ipynb and all, right? So this is the most easiest way of probably starting any integrated development environment because it has almost each and everything. So you can probably go ahead and install your libraries that you really want. Let's say you want to install any new libraries, you can specifically install over here and do multiple things, right? And you can create any number of files, you can create folders, you know, and we will be also starting in that specific way. But in my entire course, I have specifically used VS Code. Okay. So VS Code will be quite amazing to do the coding itself because in many companies also we specifically use VS Code, and from that we try to commit into the repository and do multiple things. Okay, but yes, if you have some system configuration issues and all, you can also use Codespaces. Okay, as per your criteria or whatever things you really want to execute it. Okay, so yeah. This was it from my side. I hope you like this particular video. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you. And in the next video, we are going to install VS Code and Anaconda. And I'll also show you that how you can probably create your environments, how to manage packages and many more things. So yes, this was it. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you.